Hello there, this is Kathy Rosewell Jonas, licensed clinical social worker
And Heather Shelton, retired nurse.
from Epic Healing Eugene and Radiant Heart Consulting. And we're actually in our courtyard outside of Epic Healing Eugene. We really love our little outdoor space and clients love it. We're very fortunate. Just to give you a little idea, we have two rooms. We have the garden room, which this private courtyard is an extension of, and we also have the hummingbird room.
Which is a little smaller of a space and has a beautiful hummingbird feeder outside of the window, and the hummingbirds are very busy. So we love that aspect of both of our rooms, that we get a lot of wildlife.
Yeah. And we have a private bathroom, so our service center is small, but it's also intimate, and that's what we've focused on since the beginning. Is very much of an individualized services and trying to really focus on personal growth in whatever capacity that is for a person. Yeah.
Okay, let's see, what else did we want to talk about today, Kathy?
Oh, I know.
Oh, I know too.
Okay, you want
Okay, I'll bring it up.
Okay.
So we already shared that we love integration group, and one of the questions that we do ask in integration group, and often in private integration as well with our clients, is what would you want to tell your pre-psilocybin self that now that you've had your experience, you know? And so I'm going to ask you, Kathy, what do you hear commonly from clients?
This is actually one of my favorite little things to share. I will often tell clients in preparation. I'll tell them. Usually, that clients will tell me when I ask them, "What would you have told your past self if you would have known before going into the psilocybin experience? What would you have said that could have helped you prepare more?" Universally, so many people say this. I've worked with over 80 people since we opened over here. "I just wish I would have relaxed more. If I would have known how it is, I just would have been able to relax more." So that just shows you that, because most people are saying that it's really something that's not all that scary. And the reason why it's not all that scary is you're just getting to know yourself better, right? And well, it can be scary to get to know yourself better, but really, it's you. It's you.
Yeah.
It's your heart. And the other thing is, a lot of people will say, "I wish I would have got out of my head more. I started thinking and comparing myself to others, or comparing what I saw in documentaries, and I thought it was going to be this, it's going to be that this was going to happen." Again, this is your own experience, and this is for you to trust yourself. And so what we try to do is help empower you to get to know yourself and to trust yourself more. And then when you get on the other side, that maybe you'll be asked this question.
It's true.
And you'll be able to say, "Boy, I'm really glad I was able to relax into the experience. I got so much out of it."
Yeah. Well, a little thing came up for me while you were talking about, and then I just wonder, maybe we could talk about some strategies that help get us out of our head and into our heart that we could practice before we have a session.
Right.
You know?
So I think one of the favorite meditations that I stumbled along on my path was, I nickname it the gravity of the head to the heart practice. And it's just finding your heart space, because this is where the showdown's happening, right? The psilocybin's not just happening here. Yeah, we got neuroplasticity and we got the window of neuroplastic change that is happening, that you can promote positive brain training strategies through mindfulness and all those kinds of things. But really, the showdown is happening right here. So the more that you can get into your heart space already before coming into a psilocybin experience, you already got momentum, right? And then if you can tell yourself, oh, I can relax into myself, I can relax into my own knowing, I can relax. So to get to from the head to the heart is just to remember this heart space. And one easy strategy is just to start breathing into the heart.
And maybe putting your hand on your heart
Yeah.
too. I love that. Just
Yeah.
really comforts me in my life. I do this every morning when I wake up and before I go to bed. I lay with my hand on my heart.
Yeah, and this is a really lovely thing. This is what I did when I trained my attention to focus on my heart space, because my attention was very much in my head. And so I had to train myself. And so what I would do, similar to what Heather just said, is that I would find the heart space before I would go to sleep. And then the next day, I would see how long it took me to remember my heart space.
That's a good practice.
And so I kept on doing that. And then one day, I couldn't believe it. I woke up and my attention was already in my heart space. And then it stayed there.
That's so good. I love it.
But it takes practice.
It does. It does. And I'm going to say practice, like, it takes practice even when you're not feeling it. I mean, part of the practice is doing the practice and allowing it to unfold, because sometimes it might unfold right away in a week. You might feel better, but sometimes it takes longer than that. And so that's really why it's called a practice, don't you think?
Right.
Like we're practicing. We're practicing bringing our focus and attention to our heart. And
exactly. So I would say a couple things about the heart space is that working with the heart space, easy as you're a little kid, that's where kids have their art. You
That's
know,
where they
that's
live.
that's where they live, and then things happen in our life. And it's called, it's called childhood trauma for a lot of us. Or something happened, you know, that it wasn't safe to be in our heart space anymore. And we learn to guard ourselves. And then as part of this is, the vagus nerve comes online at about age 3. That's when you start to actually feel the hurt feelings, the contraction, the throat, stifling tears. This is like the body starts to remember that that it's not safe to be in the heart. So as you start to work with the heart, it's with gentleness that you just start feeling your body.
Yeah.
And this is can be very soothing, very comforting, but it also can be unsettling, because now you're starting to feel some emotions, some experiences that you haven't felt safe to feel before. And it has to do with just bringing awareness to your heart space. Now remember, this is where psilocybin's going to be meeting you, right? So if you practice, then you're already kind of in this space, and you can get a lot out of your healing experience with psilocybin. Otherwise, if you wait, then it's kind of, you can maybe pop into a state of resistance because you're not used to feeling down here. And then you're like, oh, I don't know. So this is just sweet practice.
Yeah. When you're
Sweet,
home
sweet,
and
sweet.
in your bed, like we were just saying, we both do
Sweet,
it at
sweet,
night,
sweet.
when you're in your calm,
Yeah.
safe bed, right?
Yeah,
It's a really
safe
nice
place.
time
Safe
to start
place.
to
And
feel
as
our
you
hearts.
as you're working with your chosen facilitator, I gotta say that everybody on our team
We have
is
an epic
heart-centered.
team.
Is heart centered,
Yeah.
and that's where the staff really want to support people.
Yeah.
So you could talk to any of our facilitators. How do I get more into my heart? You can talk to any of them. And anyway, we just wanted to say, yay! That we're very excited. And if you choose to come to us, we welcome you. And we're really excited to support you in your healing journey and inner transformation and whatever that might look like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gosh, Kathy, I think we might have kind of worked through all of our questions and comments we wanted to have today, but it's been just fun. I love to come onto the videos and just know that you all are hopefully going to see us, and we're going to get to meet you one day. To get to come and see all the beautiful flowers blooming in our courtyard right now.
we're lucky to have a little outdoor space.
We are. Yeah.
So thank you so much for all your support of Epic,
Absolutely.
and take good care.
Yeah.
Yeah.